a big.
And did he need to?
No.
Did he need to?
He set up a fund back in 1960, and he started setting up fake trades where he would tell people they were making money each month, but he never sent them the actual paper trades. He created fake...
since 1960?
Yeah, since 1960.
This is how he's been existing?
Slowly been doing this.
And he said that he would never tell clients, he said, I'll never tell you how I make your money, and they could not go online and look at their accounts. Right. They had to get paper printouts.
Well, F that.
Which was probably
that sounds a little crazy,
and
too,
the
though.
guy that was monitoring him, the accounting service, was way out of town in a small cubicle-sized office with only one guy monitoring the assets or the alleged assets of this $50 billion hedge fund.
Everybody wants to believe. And these investors wanted to believe.
And
like, why aren't you questioning any of this stuff?
He made it real exclusive. Every month you get a statement that says, oh, we're up 8%. Oh, we're up 9%. Oh, we're up 10%. And they'd say, well, I got a friend who wants in. Sorry, you can't get in. So they begged. People begged to give him money. And
it comes out. It comes out over the weekend. What he took $50 billion from these people.
This guy
is there.
There's one family here. Sorry, Mike, to interrupt you. There's
Wait
one
a minute.
family here.
We didn't get to why. Because I know your point of view, but I want to feel why he should be. Right now, I don't know if I feel as strongly. What did he do?
The money, he was like, say you and Opie, say I'm the investor. This is very, very, very rudimentary. I don't understand it, too. Say like...
That's the beauty of us, by the way.
You and Opie...
How we try to figure this out.
Because I want to be emotional like Jimmy is, but I
was on the floor once at Wall Street, so I feel like I know a little bit about Wall Street.
I'm Bernie, right? Mike, you tell me if I'm right. I'm Bernie.
All right,
now,
you're
Mike,
Bernie.
Patrice and Opie...
Who am I?
You're Opie. You guys all want to invest some money.
I want to be cooler than Opie.
All right, you're Chip. So it's Mike, Patrice, and Chip. And
Thanks.
Chip's,
I get it.
Chip's Oral Servitude is a company, and say that we specialize in draining that area. That's their company motto. And so say Chip gives his money
Chip's
to me.
Oral.
Yeah, it's Oral Servitude.
Chip's Oral.
Yeah, it's a very big company here in Chelsea, New York. Now Chip says to me, here's $100, I want to invest it. And I say, Chip, I'm going to get you a big return on your money. And now let's just say Patrice has a company, and I don't know what I do with Chip's money, but Patrice invests his money, and I say, I'm going to get you a big return on your money. Mm-hmm. Now, I do something, this is what I don't know, with both of your money, that's not good, but I use Chip's money to make it look like you, Patrice, got a big return, and I show Chip, I use your money to make him think he got a big return.
What I read about it is that ultimately the key of this guy's scam was that there's constant investors.
Yes,
which means this, investing, the great thing about investing, you have to wait many years to even decide that this is good or bad. And what he would do is new investors, he'd just take their money and pay off a 10-year one and go, hey, see what's happening here?
And it was very hard, by the way, for people to get their money, they
yeah,
said.
That's what it was.
How did
doing.
he simplify it like that?
People were not requesting their money because they figured, oh, it's still growing. And their parents...
And he probably had a way of going, no, look, you want to hold us for at least 5 years.
Well, you got a 401k as an investment, really. Yeah. And that's something that you don't have to deal with for 30, 40 years until you're 65.
Yep. But you can also look at it online and see the actual legitimate trades. This guy was sending out paper statements with falsified paper receipts for trades, and he was paying some people off. But this fall, when the market started really crumbling, people started demanding their money and reclaiming.
Which tells you rich people aren't any smarter
of course
than
not.
Joe Blow.
They're
dummies too.
Just wait. I just want to say, it sounds like he had an elaborate pyramid scheme. Basically,
that's what it's called. It's a pyramid scheme.
Wow. Guys like this, because they hurt the economy because they kill regular people too. It's like really easy to go, who cares? He's ripping off a bunch of rich people. But it's like charities he ripped off.
Yeah.
And people like
my Mets.
One guy, Will Pine, got ripped off. $2 million. This guy worked his life. He started a magazine, sold his house, and everything, even the proceeds from the sale of the house 3 weeks ago is gone.
Yeah.
And the problem is, and I'm not going to say on the radio that I would ever I would never encourage people to do violent things to each other, but I will say this, that when horrible things happen to a guy like this.
Yeah, you don't mind.
I am happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. And I think the problem is a lot of these guys don't suffer the consequences that they're just, like if I was running around with a gun and I was robbing people, mm-hmm. and somebody grabbed me by my shirt and put a gun in my mouth and blew the back of my head out, I would have it coming because I'm a thief with a gun. The problem is a lot of guys don't have that coming because they're not thieves with guns.
Right.
So they don't have that fear. Not that you should be shot for every little white-collar crime.
I think everyone's with you, Jimmy.
Well, violent crime, and trust me, I understand, because I said something about the cops earlier, which is like, you know, once you know a policeman and you just know him, and you know him as a dude and not just as a CEO,
right?
Yes. The title, yes. CEO, and again, I'm with you because you know we got to be careful in radio and stuff. But dude, to make it fair and to make it clear. That dude, if something like that happened to that dude, somebody just threw him off the top of a roof, how could you feel bad for him?
I couldn't. I could feel nothing but great.
How could you feel bad?
Now they can't. They can't do that.
I wouldn't even feel bad for his grandkids.
Like, how could you feel bad?
I wouldn't. Hey, Stumpbrain, grab the mic again real fast because the paper was talking about how this could be big trouble for the Mets. I don't think so, but
well, Fred Wilpon had invested allegedly upwards of $300 million
with the guy.
$300 million,
and his investment firm as well. But they said apparently that's nothing compared to what he's got, or it's not going to.
Can you imagine $300 million like is an oops?
But Major League Baseball has apparently asked for an accounting because they want to make sure the team is financially sound.
Okay, I think it's a non-story now that I think about it.
There's a pension fund in like Litchfield, Connecticut that's in danger because they lost.
That's where the government should step in. When people's pension funds have been messed with, an individual, that's where the government should step in and go, you know what? We have to give some money. Instead of these corporate scumbags who have caused the problems, people whose pension funds got raped, they should be taken care of.
You're right, Jim, and I would let Dodge Viper go. I'd let Dodge Vipers go. I'd let PT Cruisers go. Yeah. I would let I would let Jeep Liberties go for some old person to get their life savings.
Patrice, you know what? You come up with great bits. Cars we don't need.
I would
get rid of
love
a few
that.
models, and I think that the big three would be okay.
I don't.
The PT Cruiser.
We don't need
worst idea ever.
We don't need it. We don't need to bail
What's some
out
of those other cars we hate?
We don't need to bail out these companies. You know what somebody said? I was listening to talk radio just about it and people talking.
Yeah.
Is like these car companies, and it's like, well, why don't we bail out other unimportant things that are outdated? Why don't we bail out the cassette tape companies or the leisure suit companies or the long cigarette filter companies or the monocle eyeglass? Why not bail out every company who's outdated?
What about the 8-track company?
That's what I'm saying. Bail out.
To go under.
These cars. I got into a limo, a car service. I didn't know what a hybrid was. I didn't care. I drive a big truck. It changes from electricity to gas.
The cabs in New York had that going on. I didn't
realize that.
Dude, the cabs in New York, they look like they're stalling when they come to a red light, and you're like, oh man, I'm never going to make it to my destination. So I asked the guy the first time I was in one of these, and he's like, no, it turns off. And then it goes back on.
Into electricity. And I'm like, what is that? What a hybrid? I thought a hybrid was like just a special unit. It's a big thing.
Patrice,
why?
I'll tell you why, and I'm just a newbie to all this crap, but we can't take the hit in the economy. That's the problem.
What hit besides the 100,000 namelessness people, like the 100,000 people, of their families and stuff. How does that affect me? Again, I'm just asking, in this world where people are concerned about them, how does it affect me?
It would just affect the economy too much. I don't know. I would have to do a little more research, but that's why
who make the parts. It's the people who make the seats. Okay. It's all that. We're talking almost 3 million jobs, which is probably 6 million people. Now you're going to throw maybe 3 million, 2 million people out of their homes.
And the anger people are going to have from me saying this.
Now these people aren't on the street buying stuff. It's that's why we don't progress as a society as fast as we should, because we probably should just let it fall by the wayside and see what is the next thing that happens.
But it goes beyond that. It's not. I don't understand it completely, obviously, but it's because of all these things happening with the banks, a lot of regular people just can't go out and buy a new car. It's like regular people who are getting just effed.
Yeah.
That's what sickens me. And these other guys, they still jump out with $200 million parachutes. And guys like this vulture, like that's the problem.
Right.
It is guys like this vulture who have been just preying on people and robbing them blind. These are the guys that have to suffer.
But the fact that he gets to keep even if it was legally keeping $50 billion, isn't that something about having $50 billion in your pocket ultimately?
Yeah, let's go to the phones because this will make Jimmy happy. Anthony, Rockland County. How are you, Anthony?
Hey, what's up, Opie? About a decade ago, Communist China hung two guys right in the square for embezzling or hacking $1 million right out of a bank into their bank account. That makes a statement right there, doesn't it?
It does, but stealing from a bank, it's like the thing with a guy like this, you can't just hang him. That will never happen in this country. But what they should do is they should stop putting these guys in prisons where they're not going to be brutalized. Like if a guy like this, if you threw a few guys like this in general population of Attica or of other places, and they were really brutalized, and people understood that there was going to be a very, very physical penalty for stealing from people like that.
Yeah,
they wouldn't do it as readily. They wouldn't do it as quickly.